This channel is for adults and not for kids. Hey guys, thanks for stopping back by. Mr. Thor is sleeping. He had his lunch and now he's full and he's taking a nap. I wanted to show you guys something cool. I'm going through some of my Ultraman boxes of goodies, and I thought I would show this off. This is a cool piece. In 1979, there was a toy that was released over here in America called Can Full of Monsters. And it was like a little garbage can filled with monsters, filled with kaiju that were from the Ultraman franchise. Monsters from Ultraman, you know, Ultra Q, Ultraman Jack, Ultra 7, like monsters picked from a lot of the different Ultra series. And that wasn't alluded to on the packaging over here in America. They were just like supposed to be generic monsters shoved into a little trash can. And if the plastic trash can looks familiar, it was the same trash can used for those muscle figures, those little pink wrestling figures that also came from Japan. So these monsters are very cool. They are like Japanese Keshi. They're small little rubber monsters, little kaiju. If I could get it to focus, that would be awesome. It's a soft rubbery material. And thought we'd take a look at them. So I do not have the 1979 trash can full of the monsters. I've got this Ultraman that I'm thinking came out sometime before they came to America, but I can't find any dates on this piece. But it's super cool. And as you can see, it's a clear tube filled with the monsters. You can't find any dates on him. And as far as computer number. Okay. But I don't see any dates. Anyway, let's open them up and take a look at some of these little monsters. Some of these little Ultra Kaiju. Did you guys ever pick up that trash can full of monsters? They were kind of cool. I had a bunch of them. Feels like it's made out of shampoo bottles, that same type of plastic they use in shampoo bottles, or the Shogun Warriors, you know, that sort of plastic, same stuff. Oh yeah. Jesus Christ, those are shoved in there hard enough. Yeah, so did you see that new video that Bionic Vampire Ninja uploaded? Yeah, He sat there and shook a fucking tube for an hour. Oh. There we go. God damn. Okay. Let's put them in the light. And when I first got these, I thought this was Antlar. I hadn't seen Ultraman Jack yet, and so I thought this was Antlar. But let's see, do I have an Antlar handy? I do. This is Antlar, and this is a completely different bug. And I believe this bug is from Ultraman Jack. He also has like a long piece that hangs over, but they didn't include that. Anyway, this is not Antlar. Let's see. This is an Ultra 7 bad guy. And let's see, who else is cool? This little piggy guy is kind of cool. These might be from a different set, though, now that I'm looking at these. These might be from a later set. The sculpt looks a little bit different. This is an Ultra 7 monster. Lots of Ultra 7 stuff. Oh yeah, this one's definitely from an older, a newer set. Sorry, that's Ella King. He was not included in this. This has to be from a later set that I just kept stored with these guys. That's one problem about owning so much stuff, is sometimes it can get kind of confusing. Especially when it comes to like little toys that don't really have any markings. Let's see, who else? We got a Pigman. Yeah, different type of rubber. He's from a different set too. Looks like what I did, guys, is I inadvertently mixed up some of this other series with these little guys. But you know, a novice couldn't tell, but they're all Ultra Kaiju. And they're all little, like, rubber Keshi toys. This is my favorite Ultraman kaiju of all time, Cebu's. He is like the most H.R. Giger looking monster on Ultraman because he looks like he's turned inside out. He's all made of bones, like he's all made of skeletons. And here, let me just show you guys. I am a huge Cebu's fan. I pray for the day that they make an SH Monster Arts version of this guy. I don't think it'll ever happen, but you never know, because they've made Ella King, they've made Gamora, they've made a whole bunch, and I'm hoping one day they get around to making this beautiful monster. He looks like Godzilla's skeleton is how he looks. This was the monster that didn't want to fight. He just wanted to go back home. So they ended up strapping him to a rocket that was painted to look like Ultraman, so he would hang on to the rocket. You guys remember that episode? So this is the normal colored monster. This is the way he looked on the show. Then I've got a sort of a negative version, so that everything that is white is now black, and everything that was black is now white on this toy. These have nothing to do with those little Keshi guys. These are just like Ultra monsters. But they were sitting right here, so I thought you guys would like to see them, because this little guy reminded me of them. But yeah, I used to have a ton of these little dudes with those little trash cans, and I ended up selling a bunch of them, and I just kept this set of the ones in this Ultraman tube. Did you guys ever have that little can of monsters? It was like 1979, so it was the same time that I think Mattel released the Godzilla gang. You guys remember the Godzilla gang? They were like some first little plastic kaiju figures that made their way over here. There was like a Godzilla and another mishmash of monsters from the Ultra series. It had nothing to do with Godzilla, but they called it the Godzilla gang. I still have, like I just showed you, I have that Ella King from the Godzilla gang, and I'm looking for the Godzilla. I sold mine years ago, and that was one of those things I regretted selling. Anyway, these are cool, and just was curious if you guys had these, or you know, if you had them when they were called Can Full of Monsters. After they were released in that little trash can, they also released them carded, called Handful of Monsters, I believe. I believe that was the name. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think it was called Handful of Monsters. And they were like on a little blister pack, and you would get like 3 or 4 of them in a little package. But in the trash can, you got like somewhere around 20 little monsters each time. And that was cool. Yeah, I've got lots of stuff to show you guys. I've got stuff that I don't even... I don't know the names of them. Here's a whole bag full of Ultraman and Kaiju. These were probably candy toys. Anyway, they'll get their own video. Anyway, I thought you guys would like to see this. It's kind of a neat blast from the past. Let me know if you guys remember these little tiny monsters. Like I said, most kids in the US knew these as Can Full of Monsters. Just curious if you guys knew what these were too. Alright, my friends, I'll be back with some more monsters very soon. I have to dig through this box and see what I want to make a video about. Happy Halloween.